blessings. No matter, as you've probably guessed, I'm frail. That's what they call me when they cast me out of my tribe. I took refuge here because I thought it best to hide in plain sight. Please, don't turn me in. I'll die out there in the wilderness. Nothing wrong, I swear. I take some offerings from the altar when no one's looking. But no much. Just enough so nobody notices. Sometimes people come seeking comfort, and some want to hear Mathair's voice. I'm no Mathair, but I can't turn a blind eye to a suffering soul. But you don't look like a Volker to me. I'm no wrong, am I? Perhaps you'll grant me the mercy I won't find among the tribes. I'm no harming anyone here, I swear. Tige. Such a poor, good boy. So misunderstood. He'd give his life for his wife. But I doubt she knows that because the poor lad can't get a word in edgeways. Oh, she's always complaining that she'd sacrifice herself to Mather for him. But between you and me, she was never fit to become a princess. Too eager and aggressive. And Tige, he's such an honest man, truly. He could have done better. What do you mean? Dead? What happened? Oh, I've been so worried about him. He's been gone for so long, but death... Oh, Tige. You gave him an honourable death, and that means you have honour. Your mother should be proud of you, even if she's not Dalraita. I thought I was helping him. He would come to me, talk about his problems with Helmi. I helped him the best I could. I comforted him, like a good mother should. Mather is our mother. I just wanted to help her out. Give that nice boy some hope. In honour of my own children, who now gaze upon Mather's face. My fate is now in your hands. I wouldn't be able to best you in a duel. What is your decision? I see. I don't have anything to live for anyways. Tige was my only joy. Gave my life meaning. It's time to join my children. May Mather watch over our souls.
So my Tige never lost his honor. He was deceived. At least now he can rest in peace. his name no longer stained by madness. Oh, if only I could get my hands on that blasphemous wretch! Tell me, who is she? Have you killed her? You're telling me some nameless wretch caused my husband's death? That she dared to call herself the voice of murder? She defiled everything that mattered to me. If I had known, I wouldn't have asked you to kill her. Death is not enough for an insult like this. So now it's my fault? You're saying Taiga's death is on me? I appreciate what you've done for him, but I won't stand here and be insulted in my own home. Get out before I lose my temper.
Bliss. No math at play. Nothing some but perhaps Taiga he'd to eat. Would she Oh, what a tragedy. I thought I was helping him. He would come to me, talk about his... I helped him the best I could. What is... Thank you. Oh, thank Mather. I promise I'll be as quiet as a mouse. No one will hear a word from me. May Mather's light shine over your path.
So my Taiga never lost... Oh, if only... Not like I have much of a choice, do I? At least my Taiga got his justice. Thank you, outsider. You've done a great service. May Medar guide you on your journey.
Let me guess. Vidar sent you. I was wondering when he'd finally get around to me. Always thorough, that one. But haven't we met before? Down in the depths of the island asylum? Ah, so we were rats in the same cage. Small world. And now you're here, playing executioner? Funny how fate works. So, any questions before we get to the point of your visit? I think you already know the answer to that. I'm a crow, and we have friends in important places. Island Asylum is no different. One such friend was very apologetic about my capture. The moment I got out of my cell, soon after our chat, he found me and smuggled me back to shore. I know you must despise us working with Vidar and all, but trust me, being a crow has its perks. Not at all. They wanted a pict and they caught me off guard. And I have my suspicions about who ratted out my hiding place. I'm more than sure it was our mutual friend, also a pict. Ring any bells? Oh, I know him all right. He's the reason I had to run from my own people. I wouldn't be alive if it weren't for the children of Morrigan. They gave me back my life, my purpose, my family. Vidar can kill every last one of us, but he'll never take that away from me. I just hope you realize you're not fighting for Avalon. You're fighting for Vidar's version of it. And so are you, apparently. If being dangerous is all it takes to be hunted, you'd better hope nobody turns their sights on you next. I know what you've done, and I hope you understand the consequences you're bringing upon all of Avalon. But tell me something, how many of us have you killed already? How many names has Vidar whispered in your ear, sending you off like a well-trained hound? You're hunting the children of Morrigan, sure. But what happens when there are no more crows left? Think about it. Will Vidar finally rest? Or will he find another enemy for you to cut through? You're smart, you'll figure it out if you live long enough. But I doubt Vidar will give you the time. Oh, he's more than meets the eye. You see a hunter, a man waging a war, but wars aren't fought without reason. You've killed crows, sure, but have you ever wondered how he always knows where to find them? How deep his knowledge runs? You think he was never one of them? Think about it. If he wasn't, how does he know which threads to pull, which ones to leave untouched? Of course not. You've been killing my brothers, but we've never served under just one hand. Self led one wing of the children, Vidar led another. Two crows, two visions, both playing their own game. You think Vidar was just some stray, hunting us out of vengeance? No. He had his own band, his own fledglings, his own agenda. And now he's making sure his side is the only one left standing. You're not just hunting the children of Morrigan. You're erasing his rivals. Now you know everything. So, what will it be? Do we fight, or do we pretend we never met? Well, that's generous. I won't thank you. Mercy given is just another debt waiting to be collected. But if you're sparing me, I suggest you watch your back. If Vidar finds out, you'll be next on his list. Let's hope this nostalgia doesn't get you killed. Let me guess. I was wondering, but And not and I'm oh they I just a reason I'm be honest, but how you're think you're but I oh you how think of you and now well I bid it let
Look, Raylan, the alchemist's little lady sent her lapdog.
Aye.
So, dog, speak. Got the gold? Raylan, check it.
No much.
Not much. You heard him. We lost 3 of our brothers on this job. You think we could just go back to the village and say they died so we can walk away with a handful of coins?
Double it.
How dare you?
He's right, Kvor. Let's hand him the cursed thing and be off. Nothing left for us here.
You're lucky today, stranger. Pray we never cross paths again.
What else do you want?
Got a death wish.
You did it! Wonderful! I don't think I need to hear the details of that meeting. What matters is that it's all behind us now. I'm deeply grateful. Here's a reward for your efforts. I'll soon begin my more extensive research on the brain centers of all 4 subjects. Oh, and one more thing. You've proven yourself trustworthy, so you'll find a few special items in my shop now. Perhaps something will catch your interest? You've already done so much. Thank you for that. That said, there's one more thing you could help me with. The Guild has been trying to get in touch with Dolph Jonquier for a while now. He went missing somewhere in the Forlorn Swords. All I know is that he was supposed to be conducting research in the territory of the Sven tribe. We need to make sure he's safe and sound. He's one of the senior members of the Guild, although I didn't see him much. He spent most of his time working in the field. What's concerning is that he went to the Forlorn Swords alone. He's not familiar with the Dalraita tribes, and the situation in that region is unstable. We just hope nothing bad has happened to him. I appreciate it. Once you find him, ask him to provide a report on his research and bring it back to me. I'll pass it along to the right people. Don't worry, There's nothing suspicious about this. It's standard practice. Every member of the Alchemist Guild is required to submit these reports from time to time. Well, what do we have here? Let's see. Weird stone for controlled heat. Simple, but clever. No scorching, no volatile loss. Just steady extraction. I wouldn't have expected him to nail the balance so neatly. Most alchemists would spend weeks overcomplicating this. But Tyrannus? A few lines, straight to the point, and it works. Impressive. If he trusts you to handle this, perhaps you're worth the trouble. There's always more to learn, if you're committed. Hope you'll find something useful for yourself.
Step closer. I won't bite. Good to see you, stranger. Not many souls pass through these lands anymore. A weird night hit, and I ran out of cobweb. Nothing to worry about. I've suffered worse back in the day. I'm Kedron of the Volca tribe, by the way. And you're clearly not from around here. What brings you to our humble homeland? Just don't tell me you're a Camelosian spy. I'll fight you if I have to, but I prefer to get my strength back first. We've got one of those all right. His famous crown, blasted thing. They say he gave it to our ancestors as a sign of gratitude. I say that's bullshit. The crown was used to command giants, and only Arthur could wear it. By giving it to us, he sent a message. Behave, or I'll return and send the giants to devour you. A warning, not a gift. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But since you're already here, and I need some time to pull myself together, how about doing me a favor? And to answer the question you haven't asked yet, yes, there's something in it for you. Like not being killed by my Dalrita kin the second they see your face. Oh, you could, but you wouldn't get far. That much I'm sure of. I need you to find Gerfan and inform him of my situation. I can't complete the task he gave me. He's also the one who can grant you safe passage through our lands. Without it, things might turn bloody real quick. Gerfan is the voice of the tribes, chosen long ago. They say Mather herself blessed the runes of his fate. But I'll give him this. He still believes. Still tries to gather the tribes. The tribes are too busy tearing each other apart. There's no future left. Still, you should meet him. A gathering of the Dalrita tribes used to happen in times of peace or war, but there hasn't been one in years. From long ago, from back when we still carried the respect of our people, I was there when Tainted slammed in unity, or Akgerth trusted me, told me things he never. But things change. You'll meet plenty of Dalrita out here. Nah, I'll be fine. Just make sure Gerfan knows where I am. Don't. So, you're a real wanderer then. And here I thought you've seen a thing or two. And you've met Garth, that man, and the capital. They're both relics. How's the old wolf doing? No. Sure. No need to gossip. Though I'll admit, it was nice talking to someone outside the tribes. I'm not dead yet.
So, it looks like fate itself decided to push you my way. But Kedron, that's grim news. He may be blunt as a broken axe, but he's loyal as they come. If he sent a non-reader in his place, then he knew he was dying, and he chose duty over pride. I won't let that go to waste, and neither will you. Truth is, I'd sent him to do the very same task I've just laid before you. Gather the tribes, call the moot. Now you know how important this is.
That's me. It's true. It's been a while since we last communicated. She must be wondering what's been going on with me. Well, she'll have to forgive me. My current work is far more important than my obligations to the Guild. That might sound arrogant, but it's the truth. Kind that could be a breakthrough for humanity's survival on Avalon. You really think Camelot can protect Avalon's people from the looming weirdness? Let me tell you this, Camelot cannot protect anyone. Its weakness, corruption, and subservience have doomed it. But the Dariata, they are not inflicted by those flaws. I want to extract the essence of the tribe's nature, the very thing that makes them superior to all other inhabitants of Avalon. I'm certain it holds the key to survival. I'm glad you understand the potential behind my work. I hope you'll help me push the boundaries of human capability. To create my formula, I need a substance that acts as... well, I won't get into the details. I need the slime of a giant snail. You can find them here in the Forlorn Swords. Of course, you won't get the slime without a fight, but I have a feeling that won't be a problem for you. Excellent. The sooner you remember, what we're doing here will be remembered in Avalon's history. Excellent. Though, of course, the greatest reward is knowing you've contributed to a breakthrough that could change Avalon. Speaking of which, you've proven yourself capable and resilient. It makes the snail slime you brought me needs to be tested in conjunction with my formula, a distillation of Dalriata essence I've been perfecting. Simply stand against that wall there. One small injection, and you could become stronger, faster, maybe even resistant to the weirdness itself. Others might balk at such an opportunity, but I suspect you possess the vision to recognize greatness when it's offered. Now, shall we proceed with making history? Finally, someone who understands the gravity of our situation and the necessity of my work. The injection will only take a moment. Any discomfort will be temporary, I assure you. A small price for the transformation that awaits. The Dalriata's strength flows through this formula. Soon it will flow through you as well. Hold still now. You're awake at last. Good. I was beginning to worry the sedative was too strong for even your constitution. I apologize for the accommodations. Locking you up was necessary. The process of creating the essence requires absolute precision. No interruptions. The Dalriata around you, they didn't survive the extraction process. A regrettable necessity, you understand. When their blood flowed through their veins, it served no greater purpose. But here in my laboratory, it gained meaning. I gave it purpose. They died because, despite their physical strength, they were fundamentally weak. That same weakness afflicts all humans on Avalon, and soon the weirdness will claim them all. Can't you see the nobility in what I'm doing? I'm transforming humanity into something that can endure, making us all stronger. The Dalriata's physical superiority is only the beginning. What I'm looking for is something transcendent, beyond human, beyond the limitations of flesh. And your blood might be exactly what I need. You're more resilient than the others. You might be the final catalyst for my formula. When the weirdness comes, and it will come, mark my words, only those transformed by my formula will survive. The weak will perish, and the strong will live. You may think it's cruel. It's not. It's the fundamental law of nature. And when I complete the formula, we will ascend nature. We will become as gods. Each vial I will create. They will contain not just blood, but distilled purity. The essence of what humanity was meant to be. The Dalriata are merely the beginning. Their tribal minds still remember what civilization has forgotten, the sacred violence of creation. The weak masses with their petty morality cannot grasp the necessity of this great work. They call me monster. I am their salvation. Each death is a ritual. Each extraction brings us closer to the primordial state. I have surpassed the boundaries of the profane dabblers in alchemy. The guild sends agents to stop me. Fools. My hands tremble, not from guilt, but from touching the very fabric of existence. They have become the vessel for forces beyond comprehension. When my work is complete, chosen few will rise as titans among the ruins, a new aristocracy of spirit and flesh. You could have been among them. Now you will merely witness the dawn of a new age. But I've said too much. The formula demands my attention now. The final synthesis is at a critical stage. I need to focus. The calculations must be precise. One error could ruin months of work, waste all these necessary sacrifices. Rest while you can. Conserve your strength. You'll need it for what comes next. When I return, the process will be complete. The transformation will begin, and you will have the privilege of being among the first to ascend. This chamber of horrors will soon become a birthplace of gods. Just a little longer now. Ah, you're awake at last. Good. I was beginning to worry the sedative was too strong for even your constitution. I apologize for the accommodations. Locking you up was necessary. The process of creating the essence requires absolute precision. No interruptions. The Dalriata around you, they didn't survive the extraction process. A regrettable necessity, you understand. When their blood flowed through their veins.
and not. Let me rest.
What? Let me see those notes. Dolph, you deranged, twisted old man. I apologize. I'm just a bit shocked. I knew Dolph had unconventional ideas, but this goes far beyond what I ever imagined. There's something seriously wrong in our guild. Thank you for bringing this to light. Given how much you've helped us, I think it's time for you to meet Heled. There's no point in explaining too much now. You'll see soon enough. Just know Heled embodies everything the guild stands for. That's all. Hope you'll find...
It's good to finally meet you. Alma and Tyrannus have sent me reports about your progress. Thank you for dealing with the troublemakers in our guild, though I wish your introduction to us had been under better circumstances. I'm surprised you've even heard of that term. The Druids have always been very thorough in preventing our existence. Now that they're gone, I assumed that knowledge was lost. But yes, I am the head of the guild. And don't worry, I'm perfectly fine like this. Knowing what I might become, Dryads have always been a particular interest of mine. The curse couldn't have chosen better. Yes, a very old, very persistent one, born of something abhorrent, I believe. It's carried and sustained across the land by the weirdness. I doubt we'll ever trace its origins. I've spent most of my life researching its possible causes, and this is the only explanation that fits, despite what some druids might have thought about the so-called feminine weaknesses they harped on about. The guild was founded long before I became a dryad. Trust me, I spent my entire career preparing for this eventuality. I built this place, gathered like-minded people, and only then entered the ritual circle. Becoming bound to this place wasn't a problem. It was an opportunity. For further research, of course. I'm not sure how much you know about dryads, but we are as bound to a place as it is bound to us. I perceive things differently now, in ways I never could when I was flesh and blood. My connection to nature is far deeper than any druid could dream of. We are surrounded by boundless energies, and I feel their currents flowing through every creature, every plant around me. It's made me realize how much there is still to discover, and how uniquely positioned I am for the exploration. Well, my form might be surprising. After all, if you ask any druid, a dryad is a failure. But to me, it's a step in the right direction. You see, a dryad forms when a female druid is unable to complete her rite of passage. Sadly, it happens more often than not. But this has always been a personal fascination of mine, so I came prepared. I was fairly certain, yes. This curse, for I do believe it's an ancient curse on the land, is nearly impossible to avoid. There have been rare cases where a Ban Druid was born instead of a dryad, but those are exceptionally uncommon. It's better to prepare for the most likely outcome than gamble on the rarest one, isn't it? I decided not to see being bound to this place as a burden, but as an opportunity. It's not that bad. You were unfortunate enough to witness us at our worst, that's true. But such cases are rare, and we deal with them swiftly. Our goal is noble, but it can sometimes attract questionable individuals. Extracting and manipulating the spark of life sounds lofty and almost godlike. Some people take it to heart. A little too much. Ah, I'm glad you asked. You've arrived just in time to witness our crowning achievement. You see, the propaganda about druids using human sacrifices in their rituals was not entirely unfounded. It wasn't something they did constantly, but it did happen on occasion, and the results were incredibly powerful. It allowed them to manipulate the weirdness in ways that were previously impossible. The force of creation, combined with the pure potential of the weirdness, created limitless possibilities. But the cost was too great for anyone with even the most basic of morals. Yes, I don't believe in necessary evils, or that the ends justify the means. We desperately need a breakthrough in mastering the weirdness, but I vowed to find a different way. A better way. Being what I am has given me a unique ability to peer into the very energies that drive us, and what I uncovered is this. Human life is simply a form of energy. It is unique to us, and as I said, extremely potent. But it is still just energy. That means there must be a way to replace it with a more humane substitute. Why? It doesn't take anything away from your humanity. Your life force may drive you, but it doesn't compel you to do anything. Except survive, I suppose. It's a spark that makes you who you are. But what you do with it is entirely your choice. I believe so. In fact, that's one of the reasons I asked you here. After all the trouble we've put you through as a new member, I feel you've earned the privilege of seeing the fruits of our labor. Go on, take a look. It's just behind these doors. You'll want to see this up close. Trust me. And what do you think? Impressive, isn't it? We don't. Every component was obtained in strict accordance with the Guild's Code of Conduct. Using the power granted by my unique condition and the weirdness, I created a life force entirely of my own design. Completely artificial. I infused that life into the creature. And now, here it is. Our very own living construct. Don't be vulgar. Of course not. Necromancers don't create anything. They merely toy with residual energies lingering in the dead. I didn't raise something that was once alive. I created life itself, from nothing. That's the interesting part. It actually does. Perhaps our form defines us more than we realize. Not the details, though. It doesn't even have all the usual organs. Just a heart, a brain, lungs, and a liver. The liver was crucial for some reason. How so? Of course not. It only resembles one. My skin is covered in bark, and I can exist bound only to one place, but that doesn't mean I'm a tree, does it? I was hoping for a little bit more enthusiasm, but I guess interesting will have to suffice. I've been considering conducting the ultimate test. I've discovered that a dryad can be freed from the place she's bound to by completing the ritual with a human sacrifice. Obviously, that was never an option. But now I have access to energy that should be equivalent. If it frees me, it will mean we've succeeded. The energy has to be released, yes. But it's not truly alive like you or me. So perhaps destroy is a better term. You have been vital in ensuring our guild runs smoothly once again. So I thought that perhaps you would like to do the honors. Oh, I could, of course. But wouldn't it be fitting for your official admission to the guild to be marked by something so monumental? You've seen this guild at its lowest. But this is what we've been working toward. What I'm offering you is an honor, one I believe you've earned. How dare you? I don't use their barbaric methods. Don't tell me you look at that thing in the other room and see the girl Calum lured into his house, or the people Phaedros turned into weird beasts with fey magic. I haven't lied to anyone. I haven't abducted anyone. I created a new life, a life that is nothing but energy to be used. It doesn't feel, it doesn't think. It only exists, and its only purpose is to cease that existence. That's the only way it can leave a mark on this world. Because I created it. Do you truly think I don't know what I'm doing? That I held an entirely new life in my hands and was reckless with it? I am. As sure as I can be that the creature is merely a shell holding vital energy. Why do you? Any animated skeleton, any undead was once human. If the tales are to be believed, Grindylows used to be children at some point. Do you fight as fervently for their right to live? Or do you slaughter them without mercy, without a thought for their lost humanity? And the creature you're defending so fervently never had it in the first place. It's a construct, a thing. It seems alive, but that's all there is to it. An illusion. But I suppose it's a fallacy of our species to ascribe humanity to anything even vaguely human-shaped. As entertaining as this is, I see no point in continuing the discussion. Will you end the creature, or shall I do it myself? And here I thought you considered yourself a pacifist. Such hypocrisy. Typical.
Hope you'll